Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Character Modeling Week 9. That's right, Week 9. Oh my gosh, we're 3 weeks left. So amazing. And now we finally get to the part. Oh, I'm so sorry. I kind of ruined the climactic aspect of that sentence. But yeah, my sinuses have been driving me insane. But now we get to the part where we finally made it to the stage. We built the rig. We built the model. We've textured everything. We've mapped everything appropriately, and everything looks great. Now comes the time when we can skin the rig or skin the model to the rig, so we can actually start animating this thing. So we've gotten to this point to where we're actually ready for animation, and we're getting ready for that. And so this is a crucial step because here we're going to skin the model to the rig, and that's how we're going to accomplish it. And so we can start animating and really showcase how we can walk with this character, and that's going to be the great thing about it. So I'm going to give you a little overview about everything, and then we're going to go into your assignments for this week and get started after that. But yeah, just to give you guys a quick heads up announcements. So you do have your discussion post due on Tuesday as normal, and then your reply post on Saturday. And then we also have 2 assignments this week. This is a big week, so we have 2 assignments. A lot of these weeks coming up from week 9, 10, and 11 are going to be to turn in. So we're going to be finishing checkpoint and starting, or we're going to be finishing an assignment and starting a new one at the exact same time. So a lot of times we're going to begin rigging, or we're going to finish rigging, begin skinning, finish skinning, begin keyframing, finish keyframing, updating some lot of things. So we're going to be doing a lot of like beginning and ending tasks and beginning new ones the next couple weeks. So do keep in mind, please don't step behind because that can get you a little bit ahead. So do be aware of those concepts. All right. Other than that, this week we're going to be skinning. So this is where we're actually going to be attaching the model to the rig and really start framing it and bending it, and so we can actually puppeteer your model. And that's the whole point, right? Because at first when we build the model, we can't do anything with it, right? So there's even though it's built, if we bend it or use it or more, it's just going to change the model. Now, if we skin it to a rig, that's when we can start puppeteering and just move the rig so that the model moves as we want it to. And then we can just create keyframe and create an animation after that. And that's going to be great work there. So let's talk about just an overview of the process. So what is skinning? Skinning is the next step after rigging. That's when you actually skin the model to the rig. This is the process of attaching the mesh of a 3D model to the virtual skeleton or the rig, so that when we move the rig of the character, the skin will move together with the rig. This allows to create a quality character animation as stated before. Now, how this has worked is by selecting the vertices and the range of vertices while you're actually skinning to the rig. While by doing this, you're going to be providing them with a set of instructions as to which bones to follow on how closely they should follow the bones. So really, when you're skinning, you're not actually like wrapping the model over the rig. What you're doing is you're creating a set of instructions for your skeleton to move specific elements of the model, and that's what's technically being provided. Now, as you move your rig, your character is going to move, so that's how it's going to work. So that way you don't have to worry about it. So really what you're doing is you're communicating the rig to the model to where this is what I want to move when I move this bone, and that's how skinning works. Now, overall, just in a nutshell, how does it work? Well, each vertex of the mesh is transformed to joint space, and they combine into a bind matrix. Now, how we do this is by applying the joint transform for the particular point in time, and then we should convert it back to model space. Now, by doing this, we then apply the weight for that joint, and this is where limitations apply, right? How does this character move? Are they heavier on one side compared to the other? Do they have like a peg leg or something? How is it going to work? And what you're going to do is you're going to sum up the same operation for all those joints that apply and affect that given vertex to apply those limitations. Now, most of the time, if you're fine with it, you don't have to worry about any limitations. If you want to just go 0 with all the weights and everything for the first round, I'm okay with that. So if you don't want to get too crazy with details, let's just be simple about it. Don't worry about the weighting. If you do add weighting, please let me know so I can take a look at it, and then you're good to go for that. Now, skinning does not care about the preservation of volume. For example, only it's going to interpolate the new vertex positions based on the weighted sum. So there could be errors if you make some small adjustments, which is fine. I mean, these are going to be learning curves, so don't worry about that. This means that if you bend a shoulder too much, the area that's too close to the joint is going to may appear as a bulge. Now, this affects the opposite way as well. If you twist it too much, instead of like bending it, you're going to end up creating what's known as a candy wrapper effect. And I don't know why it says artifact, but it should say effect. However, yeah, you're going to be creating a candy wrapper effect. And you don't want that either, because then it just looks like your arm's being twisted and pulled, and then that poor person's going to get hurt, and you don't want that. So, yeah, so these are just some basic pitfalls and just basics elements of how the system works in an overview. Now, how it goes specifically for each element, that's going to be it. So what you're going to do is check out your videos for this week. They're going to have some good information on it, but do keep in mind that the videos do move fast, and they do have a lot and expect you kind of to know everything right off the bat. So I recommend checking out Autodesk's forums for skinning, and also please check out LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning is great. You can find some other tutorials that slow down a little bit more than this one and kind of go step by step on the process. So I definitely recommend using LinkedIn Learning for some of these elements, okay, this week. So it's definitely going to take some time. But yeah, real quick, let's take a look at your assignments and let's go from there. So that way you're ready to go. Okay. All right, cool. So I posted all your rubrics. So for this week, for your discussion rubric, what I want you to do is for your initial post, we're going to be talking about body language and how body language applies to characters' expressions and personality. So this week, I want you to, so what I want you to do is do an internet search and find 2 photographs of one person, of one showing a person or character presenting us with some pretty straightforward body language. And then what I want you to do is take a second image of another person or another character with body language that may need some interpretation. And what you're going to do is you're going to label which one is straightforward and which one is the not so straightforward. And that's what you're going to do for your initial post. So I want you to do 2 pictures, one of a character of a person doing a very straightforward body language pose, what they're trying to communicate to us visually, and also one that's not very straightforward. And we may need to think about it and see if there might be more to it. That's something I want you to look into a little bit more. Also, please label which one is straightforward and which one is not, so that way we know. Now for your reply post, what I want you to do is if you agree with the poster's opinion, straightforward, please explain why you agree with them or why you disagree with them. If so, why or why not. Please provide examples and visuals to your reasoning. What are your thoughts and why about this pose and the question? So I want you to be in detail. So I'm looking for two posts, reply posts for this week. I'm looking for 2 to 3 paragraphs minimum per post, okay? So please don't give me just a couple sentences. I want to see at least 2 to 3 paragraphs of detail, all right? The more effort you give me, the more points you're going to get for your replies. So do keep that in mind. All right, cool. So that's your initial post due on Tuesday, Saturday for your replies. Now, for this week, I want you to turn in the rig. So this is pretty much the rubric for the rig, what I'm looking for. So I'm going to be looking for the project file. Project file is going to be the most of the points. Now, I'm looking only for the core structure of it. So I'm looking just for a rig that contains the head, arms, hands, feet, and legs. If you get optional, if you want to get into like facial features, fingers and toes, ears, like little stuff, you can do that and finish up with your rig. However, again, extra credit, extra oomph, you can do that, go for it. But I just want a basic rig that just focuses on the basic 5 elements: hands, arms, feet, and legs, along with everything connected with the torso as well. So that would be good. I'm going to add that. There should be the torso there. I don't know why it's not there, because that would be weird. You can give me head or feet without a torso. So yeah, you should have the torso connected too. That'd be nice. So actually, let's just edit that right now, just to be safe. Just to be safe. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Let's see. Yep. Exactly right. Cool. All right, yeah. So we're going to be looking for the torso, arms, hands, feet, and then I would like a rendered image as well with your project files of your rig, of your character rig. I'd like to see JPEG images rendered. Please be crisp with them along with your project file so I can see the front and the back so I can take a look at it from a rendered perspective. I know there's no model or anything with the rig, but still I'd like to see it from a rendered, so how it comes out and everything looks okay. So that'd be good. If you just want to do a basic screenshot, you can do that too. That's fine. Other than that, yeah. So, and then we're going to begin skinning. So skinning, this is just a checkpoint. So it's only going to be 20 points. So don't feel crazy if you have the whole thing done by this week. You don't have to, but if you're ahead of the game, that works awesome. I'm only looking for 50% of the model to be skinned to the rig. So either the top half or the bottom half is fine. I recommend doing the top half, or if you want to do like the sides, like left side, right side, it's up to you. But I'm looking for about 50% skinned with the rig. I'm looking for rendered images as well, and also the project file to be included with that, so I can take a look at that. Other than that, again, it's just a checkpoint. So if you feel like you're a little, if you need some extra time or something, we can work that out and go from there. Other than that, that's all I got, my friends. Pretty simple work this week. So just turn in your skids and your rigs, and we should be good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Again, if you need to meet up with me, please contact me ahead of time. That way we can meet up and we'll schedule something out. Other than that, be safe, have fun. We're almost there toward the end, so really made it close. Really excited to see these characters actually walk since we've gotten to this point. So really cool about that. Other than that, that's all I got. Be safe, have fun, enjoy, my friends, and I'll see everybody a little later, okay? Have a good one.